Hey everyone, stick with the us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up, say good morning. We currently have the S&Ps up 50 cents, Dow's up 31, and NASDAQ up 1175. What's going on? What is going on? Trying to see what's up here. Faisal, Jeff, Christopher, Carl, Jack, Faiz. Yeah, yesterday, Carl, I did post. Yesterday wasn't, for me, not a particularly good day. Let me kind of show you. Yesterday, I was only up $152 realized, and then I was bag holding ATVI and NKLA. It's essentially how my day went yesterday. But yesterday was yesterday. We're here today. Let's get it. First off, Kush, how you doing? First things first. Jobs report. 1.1 million. Expected was 1.4. So it was below expectations. It was 1.42. So they're saying this is the lowest level of the coronavirus pandemic, so things are kind of getting a little boost. Futures were definitely red before the jobs report came out. SPY was all the way down to 330, and it ripped back up to 331.67. I mean, it's just coming back to the levels yesterday. So I don't know really what to expect today. I mean, we've had pretty much the major moves have been after hours or pre-market, and then intraday has been very, very tight ranges where the algos are just pinging back and forth. Not really any clear direction for day trading. Obviously, on the 1 year chart, we're continually go up, but for day trades, there's not a whole lot of opportunity outside of earnings. So I've just been pretty much just concentrating on earnings. Crazy metals are still not tired. Yeah, I mean, I think. Hank, I think gold, precious metals, and all that, silver, I mean, I think it's going to be booming until the coronavirus is over. And I don't even know. I don't know when it's going to be over. SLV is running up to 26, going to 30. Now you're going to have a lot of people just piling in just because that's what's moving right now. And a lot of things are not moving right now. There's a lot of things that are consolidating. Apple ripped up 441, but even Apple were very range bound last few days. So it's not a bad, I think it's not a bad thing that we're consolidating and things are moving up slowly, because when you have massive moves to the upside, you need to have some consolidation. If you're just joining, say what up. Do me a favor, hit the like button. So we did have ROKU earnings. There were some earnings last night. Square had their earnings, which was leaked the day prior, but they did have their conference call. Amazing earnings. ROKU, Etsy, Zynga. I'm currently in Zynga, ROKU, and then I'm holding some bags in ATVI. However, ATVI is running right now. I got DKNG for next week expiration, so I'm looking to trade DKNG for an earnings run up right now. And NKLA, basically just holding bags. So this week I'm up about 1,500 so far, depending on what happens today. But my losers as of yesterday were NKLA and ATVI. But we'll see what happens after today. Hey Sarah, how you doing? What is going on? So today after hours we do have Uber, Datadog, Dropbox, Fortinet, Booking Holdings. I definitely don't recommend trading Booking if you don't know what you're doing with options, because it's an expensive stock, bid ask extremely wide. So don't trade booking if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, that's essentially it. But Roku right now, the expected move on Roku is trading at 159, so it's only down $6. The expected move on Roku was $17 to $18. Implied volatility was rather high, 173%, so over 100%. So premium was extremely rich on Roku. They kind of had mixed earnings. I mean, it ran up to 178, came down to the 156 level. You know, they're saying that TV ad spend won't recover to pre-pandemic levels well into 2021, even if 2021 we even have some sort of recovery. You know, obviously it depends on what happens with the virus, what happens with the vaccine. I don't know. We don't know. We're just like for months. I mean, I think all of 2020 we've just been kind of sitting on the edge and winging it. And I'm not talking about just us traders. I'm talking about the world. But Roku, I'm currently selling the 165 strike. So I have I'm short 165 call and put. I'm long the 180 the 180 call, and I'm long the 150 put. For me to make money on this trade, let me just take this down. So I really needed to be above 155, 152 area. Under 152 is where things get a little dicey, where I'm going to start losing some money. But right here around 159, 160, I'm going to be up hopefully around $300 to $400 at open on this position. If I'm in here, not as good. I wish it was around 165 because you could definitely. This is where your profits are maximized. But I'm going to be around the 160 area right now. It's currently at Roku's at 159.77 right now, 159.80. So if this ramps up, could be really nice for the profits. But I'm not going to try to. For Roku, I'm not going to try to squeeze every penny out of it. I'm definitely going to get out of open. I'm gonna sell my position, you know, it's at the money iron condor and get out. Yo, Daniel, what's going on? What up? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right here. FSLY at 88, big drop after earnings. Yeah, I mean that was crazy. So right here, I'm in the green zone. About $400. If we can open up around 160, we'll see what happens. Zynga, I also sold at the money. They had kind of rich. I went small though. I think that it's going to be a break-even position, and the reason why I say that for them, let me bring it down here. So basically, I needed it below 1050, where right now it's trading at like 1040.45. I need it below. Well, actually, might make money on it. Actually, never mind. Might make money below 1050. I'll make money. Above 1060 is where I'll start losing money. So it might be break even on Zynga. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, Zynga and Roku's running up nice. Zynga 1045, and it looks like ATVI. I don't know if anyone traded ATVI. So I traded a butterfly on it yesterday for earnings, which was the wrong strategy. Should have traded neutral at the money iron condor, sucked out some premium, and you can kind of see it had a delayed response. Now, the reason why I held on to the losing position for ATVI, if you look at what happened after earnings on EA, I was pretty much comparing EA to ATVI since they're both in the same industry. And what I did was on EA, I sold an at the money iron condor, made some money. However, if you're looking at the price action after earnings, EA actually dipped red and then's been running for a few days now. You know, so that's kind of what I was looking. It was pretty much the only reason why I held on is it wasn't breaking. If you look at yesterday, it opened up around 83, 84. It wasn't breaking this area. It did rip it up to 86 and gave up the gains, but remained relatively steady. So I didn't see it going any lower than that. So that's why I kind of held on, because I need it to be above 86. Let me take a look here. Let's see what we need it to be above ATVI. Yeah, I need break even like 86.50. 87, I'm gonna be up like $100 or so. See here. Yeah, implied volatility. The implied volatility crush has already happened, so I really need it in this area right in here, but it's currently at 87.50. So we're technically there. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. So that losing position might turn into a winning position here. Just kind of be patient. Just got to be a little bit careful, and we'll be good. So my main priority at open is going to be selling ROKU and ATVI and kind of seeing what happens with the rest. And then kind of preparing for what I don't know if today's going to be a good day trading day. I haven't last 3 days. I actually haven't day traded a single day this week just because of the movement's been relatively slow. I did look at Nvidia. Nvidia actually had a nice run up yesterday, but really stabilized. There was some consolidation in the morning, and then it ripped up from 446 up to 454, and then gave it up and kind of just stabilized. But now it's ramping back up again pre-market, so we'll see. Futures, S&P's just turned red. They're down only 2, so we're relatively flat right now. Dow's only up 3, Nasdaq is only up 5, but they were all negative a little while ago before the jobs earnings. FSLY, Hank, see what we got. Yeah, that thing took a beating. What was the expected move on this thing? Expected move was only $14. It's down to 88. Oof. Yeah, that's a bad time. However, I mean it's at 88 right now, so it's just coming back down to the support area, I think. So it's not on the 1 year chart. It's not that bad. I definitely think that, you know, I've been trading a lot of these runs and selling premium in it. And this is the type of situation that, you know, you kind of worry about when selling premium is. When a stock runs, you might think that it's priced in, or it may have run a little bit too hot and is going to come back down to support. So that's always like when you're looking at selling premium in a stock like this. What was the implied volatility at? It was at 229. So premium was really rich. It was only expected to move $14. And this is the situation. You're like, oh, it's probably priced in, right? This is the same situation with ROKU, right? ROKU, not as similar situation, not as crazy. ROKU, you know, ripped up, and you're like, oh, it's probably priced in, right? And then it's coming back down, which ROKU was. However, FSLY, not. It's coming way back down. Rinji, Alibaba. Let's take a look. So Alibaba, we're pretty much seeing these types of charts across the board where we've had an amazing run up. There's some consolidation here. It's pinging back and forth, which Alibaba right now, its range is around 240 to 260. It's starting to break out. It's at 263. So the question is, can we break out, and what would be the catalyst for it to break out? Is the market overall just going to move up? Is Alibaba just going to go parabolic? I mean, we're kind of see here. You know, same thing with Zoom that I was talking about yesterday. Zoom, amazing run up, similar to Alibaba. But the question is, what are we going to do here? It's currently at 272. Yesterday, I mean, Zoom had a pretty good day. It ran from 263 up to 275. However, we're still in this area where we can have some consolidation. I mean, consolidation is not bad. We're just not used to consolidation in 2020 because we've either been ripping down or we've been ripping up. We really had no consolidation in 2020. So if we do get some consolidation here, market's going to be moving a lot slower. Less people are going to be interested in the stock market. Also, premium is going to get crushed. VIX is going to go down. And things are just going to be slower overall. You know? So I'm just thinking that we just need to we need to see what happens here in these areas of consolidation. But if you see, like for me, if you see the multiple stocks doing the same type of setups like Baba, Zoom, ROKU, I mean, in different areas, I mean, something's going to happen here market wide. I think, you know, my opinion, of course, unless things change, I think we're going to consolidate, and it's going to try to digest these massive moves that we're having, right? Uber. So Uber, I did make some money on. I traded the run up. I sold it. I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday. I sold it. I bought down in the 30s and it ran up to 33. So I traded this run up here. So it's already moved a nice 10%. Now, Uber is Nick with the Tony Stark glasses. Uber is interesting because their Uber Eats business probably doing amazing. However, their transportation service probably not doing very well. So their Uber Eats business probably not doing. I mean, the Uber Eats business doing well. Transportation is probably way down. So the question is, how does that play out? Uber last quarter, if we look at last quarter, was around 27.50, gapped up to 29. So really, we haven't gone really anywhere. Still in the same zone. I don't know what will be the catalyst for it to break out. Implied volatility right now is 129%. Expected move is 250, so it could move. It could move up to 35. I don't know if it'll move up to 37 at all, but right now it's been pinging back and forth between 30 and 34, just pinging back and forth and consolidating, which kind of gives it nice if it wants to move up. I mean, maybe sell some credit put spreads, something like that, but. Like for me, I think Uber probably is priced in at this point expectations unless they report something crazy, which I mean they could. I mean it's Uber, it's a tech stock, things could get a little crazy. They could say, hey, we're doing way better than expected. Maybe just sell some credit put spreads on Uber. I mean I think Uber, it could stay the same. There's a high probability of it staying the same, but then there's a off chance, kind of like Apple, that they may say something crazy, like maybe they didn't even do that good, but they're like, oh well, this is picking back up, and the thing skyrockets to 40, and the expected move is only $2, similar to like Pins. I mean, Pins expected move was like $2, $3. It was a $25 stock, ran all the way up, and it's still up here. It's at 35. It was just insane. So that's the kind of thing where right now we're in a situation where bad news is baked in. Any sort of good news, the thing flies. The thing is just off the charts. Yo, Andrew, bunch of late starters here, just jumping on the stream right now. I feel like I've talked a lot, really fast. Yeah, banks. I mean, I was looking at the banks yesterday. So if you look at the banks. Look at JP Morgan. JP Morgan showed some life yesterday, even though you get a little bit of mixed messages here between the 10-day and the 50-day. But it looks like a potential squeeze may be happening right now. It is moving up. We had a nice upward movement from 95 consolidation. It's dropped back up to the 97, 98 area. JP Morgan could get a little tight here. I don't know. I might. Andrew, I'm kidding. I think that for this stock, if you want to, you might be able to sell some credit put spreads. The reason why, premium is not that rich in here, it's actually pretty horrible. But you don't know, if I buy a call, I want to go long. For me, I want to go long JP Morgan, and I want to go long some of the banks, like Goldman Sachs. I mean, it looks good from here, but I don't know when the pop is going to be. Are we going to be holding here for a month? Are we going to be ripping up? So maybe I might sell some in the money credit put spreads and wait for that pop to happen over the next month. But we'll see what happens. Disappearing diamond days are up. But yeah, Goldman Sachs. I mean, it's ramped nicely from 196 to 205. So there is movement. Also, there's movement in the airlines as well. The government says that they will back a plan to support the airlines. I don't really know. I don't think anyone knows what that means, but the government did say they're going to support a plan to back the airlines in their time of need. The airlines did push up, however, on the 1 year is not looking that great. But the weekly, I mean, United Airlines looking pretty good. Delta looks pretty good. The only thing about this is there's just so many. Anything could take this thing down. If you hold overnight, there could be one news article that comes out about transportation. This thing plummets 10%. You know? Let's go. RKT Victor Yeah, so RKT, I don't even know if are they going to have it in here. RKT IPO. Let's see if they got any news. Let's see. So Rocket Mortgage is IPOing today. RKT. Rocket Mortgage owns Quicken Loans. Will raise 1.8 billion in the biggest IPO of the year so far, since basically no company is having an IPO this year because which they probably wish they did, because there's so much money in the market right now. It's like let's hop on the next IPO. So this is gonna debut today. I don't know what time it's gonna open. Shares are gonna be trading at $18, so we'll see what happens. Probably gonna go like $40 at open, something crazy. We'll see. I don't know if they're going to open right at market open, or if it's going to be like in the afternoon or a couple hours in. I'm not really sure. So we'll see what happens. But RKT, definitely interested. I'm interested if they bring options into this. So thanks for pointing that out, Victor, in the Discord this morning. CW, what's going on? What are your thoughts on LVGO merging with TDOC? I actually don't really know much about these two companies, to be honest with you. I've never traded them. I think Hank would be the better option to answer this. UNH, if anyone's trading this, currently at 312. I mean, this looks like it could pop up, could break out of range, but that's what we've been saying for a few months, and it hasn't yet. So I've been pretty much just kind of waiting for UNH to break out of range here, and it's currently not. Grub now doing grocery and snack deliveries. Yeah, Christopher, DoorDash as well. Like DoorDash, you can get CVS, I think 7-Eleven. Is Grub? I don't remember. Is Grub still trading? Right? Yeah, Grub's still trading up here. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. Is their stock, since they sold to Takeout? What was it called? Takeout. What was the European company called? Takeout something. It had a crazy name. It was like Takeout. I don't even remember. Grub, Takeout. They're called. Yeah, I don't even remember. Oh, Just Eat Takeaway. Just Eat Takeaway. JustEatTakeaway.com. Like, would you wake up in the morning and just like, I want to be JustEatTakeaway.com? Like, I'm going to name my company that. Yeah, Grubhub. I actually ordered from Grubhub last night. I didn't see that, but on DoorDash, I did see that. Man, they're running ATVI up to 88. That's what I need. That is what I need. Roku, where we at? Roku, okay, 160. I'll take it. I'll take it. That is what I need here, guys. That is what I need. I don't know what other stocks you guys want to look at. Tesla. I don't know if anyone trades Tesla. It's kind of expensive. But Tesla they've been holding it down below 1,500. Now they haven't dropped it, but every time it rips above 1,500, it drops below, or tries to rip above 1,500, it drops below. Kind of interesting here, but it does look bullish in a bullish formation on the 1 year, where we're getting a kind of a tight triangle here. It does look like it's going to be a bullish breakout, but could also get destroyed. Yeah, I think Rinji, I think people are going to be pissed trading ATVI, because they're like, yesterday ATVI just was a bust, right? They had good earnings and it was a bust, and all the people that bought calls on it just got wrecked, and people that bought puts on it got wrecked as well. I mean, premium was down overall 70% on every strike, right? And that's why I said I had the right idea, wrong option strategy. So, I talked to a lot of people about this, where you can have, you might be trading the right stock and be at the right time in the right place. But if you choose the wrong option strategy, you're going to lose. And that's what happened to me. I picked the wrong option strategy. I should have done an iron condor on ATVI. Instead, I did a butterfly. And that's why I was in a losing position, right? So that is why you have to make sure and kind of run the scenarios. Make sure you're running the right option strategy for the position, for the stock that you're trying within the expected move, and trying to figure out what it's going to do. Daniel, you got a butterfly on 1500. I like it. Daniel, do you usually do it on the call side or the put side? Put side, I think it would have richer premium, but Expedia. But yeah, people are going to be pissed now that ATVI is running. Yo, if ATVI hits 89, that'd be crazy. So Expedia, they had earnings just the other day, came down to 76, and this could kind of show you what happened to Booking if you're interested in trading Booking. Booking dropped as well, and it's recovered. You know, Expedia came down to 76, back up to flat before where it was pre-earnings. So it really hasn't gone anywhere. Some good support here. Booking, probably the same scenario. I mean, it's just consolidating. They don't, like I said, all the bad news is priced in right now, and the good news, there really isn't any. So Expedia doesn't really know when their business is going to return. Nobody in the travel or hospitality industry knows when people are going to vacation, or when corporations are going to have like corporate getaways and meetings at hotels and all that kind of stuff, conference centers in like Orlando and all that Las Vegas, you know, all that whole thing. Like that's the thing. Nobody knows when that's going to return. So that's why it's not moving. So Booking probably going to be the same scenario. You could probably, I mean, if you can get the problem with Booking, if you're looking to trade earnings on it today, I mean, just the bid and the ask so wide, open interest is so low. I definitely don't recommend it if you're a new trader. And also, even if you're an experienced trader, you're going to have a hard time getting out. You're going to have a very hard time getting out. Expected move, $76. There's going to be some rich premium in here. I don't expect Booking to go very far. Might come back down to, might come back down to 1,600, but if it comes down to 1,600, that's a $124 move, and the expectations is only $76. So you're going to lose on that selling premium. IV is only 74%, so you're under 100%. So there's a lot of risk there. I'm probably not going to trade it just because, I mean, the odds there are kind of stacked against me. Expedia looked way better to sell premium in because it's really flattened out here around the 80, 82 area, and it dropped down to 76 from a high of 84, but it's bounced back. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Market's opening up in a minute. We're going to find out if we're going to get wrecked on Roku or not. I think we're going to be okay, though. Earnings trades tonight, like we talked about earlier. Uber, Datadog, Dropbox, Fortinet. If you don't know what Fortinet is, they make appliances, hardware, and software for IT. So they make firewalls, switches, access points, which they're doing pretty well right now. So that's why they're on the list. AVCT, 20 million float and 12 million volume already. Faisal, what's going on? Let's take a look. AV. Let's take a look. Yeah, man, that thing ramped up from 4 to 12. Good call. But this one, pretty choppy, but you could see that it was definitely bullish formation. Now it's just popping out. Up to 14. Whew. Good luck. Take your profits. take your profits. What's Kodak? I did sell a Kodak covered call on my Robinhood account. Pretty flat, so that's looking good. How will you trade NVIDIA? Right now, you buy the dips. That's all you could do. NVIDIA, you buy the dips. When the dip comes, you buy it. That's all I've been doing. You buy the dip, it goes up. Buy the dip, it goes up. That's all unless they have a terrible thing that comes out. Okay, Roku. Hold on, I gotta close out Roku here. Hold up. Let's try to get this bag. Let's try to get it. Let's try to get it. Let me out. All right, so I got filled. Okay. So I got filled. I got 486 on that. We'll see if I can get out of ATVI here. Let's try to finesse that because it's coming down. Try to get out of ATVI. All right, we got out. Nice, pretty nice profits. 486. That's a good. So ATVI. Let's try to get out. I don't know if I can get out. So ATVI, let's see here. ATVI. The bid and ask. So the problem with ATVI right now, if the bid and the ask for these are like $1 and these are like 10 cents. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get out of here. Let's try to. Like, I don't want to take a loss on it. Like, come on. But we're right at the. All right, so I got out. I got out of ATVI. All right, made $19 on it. Should probably get out of Zynga, to be honest with you. What did I put Zynga on yesterday for? 61 cents. Yeah, it's kind of on the upper end of where I want to be. Yeah, let me close the Zynga. Let's see, man. ATVI fell down. So Zynga's hanging on here. Looks like it wants to ramp up. Tesla up above 1,500. We'll see if Zynga wants to come down a little bit. I'm going to try to get out of that. Put my order in. Let me go. Let me go. Yeah, Zynga, I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to put my order in. See if it fills. We'll see what happens with that. Put my order in. I might have to split it up into two orders. But we'll see. We'll see if they want me to get out of here. DKNG's ripping up pretty nice. Twilio to 285 today. Need to get my money back. Let's see here. AMD. So not doing bad today. Realized gains up 500. Was up realized yesterday at 150. So I mean, I'm having a pretty good week selling premium. AMD had that upgrade yesterday, but it really didn't go anywhere. I mean, it just saved it from dropping, and it popped up to 86, and it's just kind of chilling. You know, for me, I don't know. I don't know. I think it went up too far, too fast, but that's just the way the market's been moving these days. I mean, the thing is, this is really delayed because while all this other stocks are moving up, AMD hasn't been. So I definitely do think it's probably going to go higher, but I don't know. I honestly don't know when. I don't know when. All right, so I think I'm gonna have to buy back. I think I'm gonna have to buy back these positions on Zynga. It's kind of chilling. So let me try to buy back the. I'm gonna try to buy back the short put. So I bought back. So here's the situation on Zynga. Kind of if you're in a stock like this, I just bought back my short put. I can sell my calls, but there was no bid. Now there's a bid on these, so I can probably sell these if this goes down a little bit lower. We'll see. On the 9, the reason why there's no bid on these right here, I might try to get a fill here for $1 or something, but you know, right now Zynga, I'm up on that. So let me try to close out this part. Let me try to close out these call spreads here. I'll try to close it out. Hold on. Let's try to close it out. And they do not want you to close it out. And I got a partial fill. I only sold one of them. 1 out of the 10. Let's cancel that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They're kind of playing games right now with the pricing. We need them to drop. We need them to drop the pricing on these bad boys right in here. You know, I could probably sell these 11 calls here, so I'm going to try to do that. Okay, so we got out of that. So you see, I kind of pieced it together. So I'm kind of being quiet because I'm trying to get out my position. So I'm up. Okay, I can try to put a bid in. I'll try to put it. So I made 314. I closed out all those other positions. Down 9. So I might come around. I might come out with like $200 on this. Let me try to sell. Let me try to sell that put. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't able to get a fill on my Iron Condor. So I'll kind of walk you through this trade here. Yo, Gunther, what's going on? Kind of walk you through this trade. I wasn't able to get a fill on Zynga all at one time. So what I did was I piecemealed my way out of it. So what I did first, Zynga, I had an in the money Iron Condor. I sold the 10 calls. I bought the 11 calls and I bought the 9 puts. I got a 61 cent credit. And since I couldn't exit the whole thing at one time, I bought back my short puts for just 3 cents. Then I bought back then I sold the 9 puts for a penny, and I bought back the credit spread here for 37 cents. So let's see. Let's do the math here. So 61. So 61 cents. Minus 37 cents. And then minus 2, because I got a dollar credit here, so 3, minus 2. So 22 cents. Yeah, that was nice. 22 cents. Yeah, 22 cents. That makes sense. 22 cents, 224 times 10 contracts made 224. I'll take it. Got to piecemeal your way out of there. Sorry, you guys sometimes you need a little bit to kind of finesse it a little bit, but don't put a credit spread in and try to take a loss on that. Because look, I made way more money. I just made way more money just piecemealing my way out of there than I did Derek Miner. If you're here, try to piecemeal your way out of it. 224. So that's we're having a pretty good day. We're up 700 realized. It's not bad. Not terrible. Trump to sign executive order requiring U.S. to buy essential drugs from American companies. It's kind of crazy, but I don't disagree with it. Just came in, so you might see some action on the pharmaceuticals, American pharmaceutical companies due to this. President Trump will sign an executive order requiring the U.S. government to buy essential drugs from American companies. The president expected to sign the order during his trip to Ohio later Thursday, which is today. The United States is dangerously overdependent on foreign nations for essential medicines, which I agree. The order will require the U.S. government to develop a list of essential medicines and buy them from U.S. companies instead of foreign countries like China. But the World Health Organization already has a list of essential medicines, but the U.S. won't need some of those drugs because of where we are located. So interesting. DKNG, are you going to get a little pop today? What's up? Gunther, Intel. Man, I don't know, bro. Like, they just whacked that thing. They paid the dividend out and people are running for the hills. They just paid the dividend out today. People are like, gotta book it. Get that dividend. GTFO. I mean, it doesn't look good, bro. I mean, if you want to take a chance, like the thing with Intel, I was looking at it, like if you want to take a chance, you definitely can. But go small, and you may have to hold for quite some time. Because if think about this. What they said that they're going to be delaying. Intel said they're going to be delaying their chips. What is the catalyst for Intel to push higher? If they don't have chips, that's the thing that's what they need. That's what they sell. That's what they provide. The only thing that I can see coming out of this is bad news, where like Lenovo or Dell are going to be like, oh, we're going to actually try to concentrate on AMD because they're supplying. Intel, if you can't supply, we're going to move on. That's the thing. So I don't know. I'm someone that watches Intel and understands their business. I'm a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned. I mean, I don't understand how they are delaying their chips. I just don't understand. It makes zero sense to me. But yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. I mean, I like Intel and I like what they do, but it's frustrating they would do this to themselves. You know, I mean, if distributors such as Lenovo and Dell and stuff stop using them or just using them even less, they can still use them. But if they start using them even less, they're gonna be in big trouble. Big trouble. So I mean that's kind of my opinion, man. I think Intel in a very tough spot. Very tough. So, anyways, I mean that's about it. That's all I got for today, guys. I'll be around. I'll see if there's any trades. I'll be looking for some earnings trades. I'll be up in the Discord. I'll see what's going on. We're up about 700 this morning, so that's a pretty good day. You guys all have a great day. Stay safe. Stay green. It's us versus herd.